There's only a few hours left before we get a full overlook at Mario Kart World, because tomorrow at 9 AM Eastern Time, we're getting a 15-minute direct focus on this game. So before the direct arrives, I want to talk about some of these gameplay clips and screenshots that have surfaced from the demos and the treehouse sessions, and how they could change everyone's opinion on this game. First, we have a new look on the mechanics where wall riding seems to be bigger than we think, as in this clip from the treehouse where the penguin character seems to just fall off the track, but then you see him reappear and get a huge boost off the wall that he rode on, making wall riding important to players wanting to overtake others. Now realistically speaking, not every track is going to be set up to where you can just do this all the time, but it's definitely cool to see that they're making this a full-on mechanic with a benefit rather than just something you only do when warranted. In this next clip, we see Shy Guy doing some crazy tricks you'd see in a parkour video, using the super feather, which has finally made its way out of battle mode, to hit a lamppost. Then he proceeds to trick off of it and hop over to the next one, tricking off of that one as well. This shows that there may be some areas where this turns out to be really useful, and maybe on more crowded maps like Crown City, there's other things to trick off of like rails, signs, and other things around the map as well. Now let's talk about the Kamek item, which turns all of the racers into a certain enemy and spawns those enemies as an obstacle on the track, and this is also how you're supposed to unlock some of these enemy characters. In this clip, we see the Toko Toko enemies from Super Mario Land all the way back on the Game Boy, but none of these racers get transformed, and we don't see Kamek flying up to the front runners to do so. This may be bad timing in the clip and we just missed it, but Nintendo could also just be hiding these other roster characters. Will we be able to race as Toko Toko? And if they're hiding this, what other enemies are they hiding? We've also seen Sumo Bros and Thwomps being spawned in as well, so maybe they will be playable too. I guess we'll just have to find out tomorrow. There's another clip from the demos where this Yoshi's being hit by a blue shell in the water, sending out this shockwave of water around him, creating a trick opportunity for the racers coming up behind him, which is a great touch and some interesting physics that could be brought to other regions of the world. Like maybe you get stuck in quicksand with a blue shell or something, the possibilities are endless. Also, in this screenshot I found, you can see this symbol next to Pat, maybe indicating some sort of ranking system in the game. While I do think there will be a ranking system, maybe it's just a badge or an achievement, but this definitely raised my eyebrow on what Nintendo actually has planned for this game. And lastly, we're going to talk about the rideable vehicles around the map, starting with the 18-wheeler from the original trailer. We haven't heard much about this, but it seems to have a huge advantage for the racer that's lucky enough to snatch it, barreling through cars and racers while steaming ahead as well. I can see this creating chaos and definitely shaking things up as well. Next, we have this clip from a demo where this player is riding on the water until he reaches some sort of speedboat or hybrid submarine vehicle. This is in free roam however, so I'm not sure that you can find this in an actual race. But even then, it shows that free roam will be more than just driving around aimlessly. There's other things to do as well, and maybe there's a mission mode or story mode to go along with it. We'll just have to see. There isn't a clip for this next vehicle, but there is a user who wrote an article after playing the demo and talked about their experience with this vehicle. He stated, later in the same session, I was driving along a countryside hill, minding my own business, when I was abducted by a UFO. I crossed over its strange beam of light, and suddenly I was flying the UFO across the world. Mario Kart World seems full of these moments, weird oddities that fill the world to make it exciting. Now what you exactly are supposed to do with this UFO is unknown, but it's definitely cool to see some of the vehicles that they're coming up with that you can use around the world. And lastly, I found this screenshot from the original trailer where you can see Toadette driving in free roam, and if you look closely you can spot a helicopter in the background. You could also see it again when Wario is driving over this sand dune. Now obviously this is the only vehicle where we have no idea if we can drive or not, but going off of the others, I'm going to say our chances of riding in this thing are pretty good. I've also found a clip of this Yoshi who drives into a pipe which spits him back out in the opposite direction. Whether this is used for an actual mechanic or maybe just time trial mode, it's definitely interesting to think about all the possibilities that could be used with this pipe as well. I also saw this great idea that with cart customizations being gone, that they introduce cart skins, with different skins introduced for every single cart in the game. I think it's a really good idea, and I think it's also a good way to keep that customization feel without having to customize all 3 different parts of your car. I also have leaked images of the options screen and the battle mode screens. I don't know exactly what the battle modes are because they aren't labeled, but there are icons for each mode. I believe you can see Balloon Battle and Coin Rush on the right side, and maybe the other ones are Renegade Roundup and Shine Thief or something like that. but only time will tell what these modes are. On the options screen, you can see that you can change your mode as well as your CC. Maybe there's also 200cc indicated by the right arrow next to 150cc. You can also see that there's a team setting and a race count setting. There's also an intermission setting, turning off and on that intermission track in between the big tracks. And then the normal settings like items where you can turn them frantic or normal, and then calm difficulty where you can set the difficulty of your CPU players. That's all the clips and screenshots I could find. It's cool to speculate and think about all the possible things that Nintendo has planned for this game, and I'm really excited to figure those out with you guys tomorrow morning. But what are you guys wanting to see in this Direct? Is there something that I missed? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be posting my reaction to the Direct tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as well. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.